Welcome to episode 145 of
The Eldritch Podblast.
I am Margaret.
I am Jack.
And hello. Wow, that got stuck right up on it in there.
Right on up 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 in there, man. You know when you haven't expressed yourself vocally all day and then you have to express...
Just give it a go.
You just have to give it a go.
You should do your vocal warm-ups.
Yes, go on.
Yeah. Or I can go...
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
That's my vocal warm-up.
That's your vocal
I
warm-up.
just sit there going... Hi. Sorry.
Hello.
What?
Welcome. Welcome back
Goodness
to
gracious.
The Eldritch Podblast.
145. You know what? I was thinking last night. I obviously introduced myself as Margaret here, right? But so many people now
Call you Mags.
call me Mags because I've never had a nickname my entire life.
Like, I think it's because a lot of the people that speak to us are in Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't get a particularly good sleep because my dog was a nightmare last night.
Demon boy.
And typing out Margaret
Yeah.
is a lot.
It is a lot. It is. And it's a hard name to spell.
And typing out Mags is
It's so
just
much
so
easier.
easy.
I agree.
And, you know, it's reacting to what we say, so people want to say it fast.
Yeah.
So saying Mags is so much easier.
I agree. And you know what? My Discord name, to be fair, in the server, my Discord name, just because I didn't want to confuse anyone, is Margaret. But my actual Discord username is like
Meg.
Mags.
Is Meg.
Mags.
Meg.
So yeah, I don't know if I should start introducing myself as Mags or not. You know
Rat.
what? I just don't... anymore.
Miggle rat.
Oh my god, anymore?
The Miggler.
Wow.
You know, like the Riddler?
Yeah.
But you're the Miggler.
Thanks, Jack. Yeah, I don't know. Because when I've a whole 30 year of living, never had nickname.
I mean, a lot of people call you Mags.
Yeah, now they do. And honestly, Mags was the thing that started like when I got with you, basically.
Me?
So,
I never said it.
Yeah, you did. I'm sure you're the person who coined it first.
Did I?
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Certain of it, actually.
Mags.
Yeah. And I never had nicknames, so it's still weird to me to refer to myself by Mags. But
Mags. I'm
yeah.
Mags.
But when people refer to me as Mags, I'm like, oh yeah, me saying it out loud, weird.
Strange.
Yeah. Well,
Weird and strange.
Well, that's a nice segue into you will have seen our video go out by this point.
Yeah.
And we've been nominated in the Crit Award.
We've been nominated.
Thank you so much. Absolutely unbelievable scenes over here.
We've been nominated for Best Upcoming Twitch Streamer.
channel, which is
Channel?
yeah,
Streamer channel?
Same thing.
Channel streamer.
Which is absolutely insane. I cannot believe it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like it was honestly
Because it's all crowd voted.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
so
yeah.
we've only been nominated because you voted for us so much.
Yeah. So
Which means a lot.
really, really, really it does. It was such a shock. Getting the email through and the confirmation was such a shock to get. A good shock, obviously.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Once again, I think by the time that this goes out, we will have put our little announcement video out by then anyway.
So on Sunday's stream last week.
Yes.
Not the one that's just gone. On Sunday's stream last week, the Crit Awards came into Twitch chat and gave us a follow, and we were like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we were like, I wonder if it's because, you know, obviously we know that some people had voted for us, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a case of just following up leads or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, we've made it as a finalist.
Yeah.
So thank you so very much.
But it's not over yet. The hard work is only halfway done.
As of filming right now, we obviously were told prior. The announcement has gone public. We don't really know we don't now know who's in the category with us.
Yeah.
But just what an honor to even be considered, to even be put in. So thank you. And that you have until July the 7th to get your votes in.
July the 7th to vote for us, or whoever else you want to vote for.
Indeed, yes.
But, you know, it means a lot to us that we've gotten this far. If you would be so kind to go and vote for us again, we'd really appreciate it. July 7th is when it closes. It's really exciting that, you know, we only started streaming this year.
Yeah.
We only started streaming in January.
Yeah.
And we've been voted for best up and coming, like TTRPG stream.
Especially considering what we do.
Considering most of the time we don't do anything apart from just vibe. So thank you to anyone who's voted for us. Thank you in advance to anyone who's going to vote for us in the finals. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
It really means a lot to us. Thank you so very much. And you know what? The thought of like, on the form to like accept the nomination, it was like, what are your names? And I was like, do I call myself Margaret or do I call myself Mags?
Oh, is that what you were thinking?
Yeah, I call myself Margaret because I panicked. But Critter World.
But that's not who you are.
Even if you have no interest in voting, there is a live show that's happening at Gen Con, and there is also a streamed version of it. It's just a wonderful space to recognize the creators that you care about in the TTRPG scene. You know, regardless of us, like I said, right now, I don't personally know who we're in the category with, but I am absolutely certain that
there'll be some good uns,
wonderful, colourful characters.
And
the Crit Awards is just such a great way to celebrate the people you care about in the space.
I agree.
So thank you, and please get your votes in. You have till July 7th. The link is down below
in the description.
Well, off the back of that, demon,
little dog clap out,
demon.
He wasn't actually doing anything. He was licking himself in Margaret's speech, and I didn't want to interrupt the speech. I wanted to let the speech flow.
Thank you.
The heartfelt speech.
Thank you.
But then I clapped out afterwards. Stop licking himself. So he's taunting me.
Well, he's gotten to the point where he hears us clap, and he knows we're about to tell him off.
Yeah. So he's like.
So when he hears the clap, he stops.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He is fast asleep now.
Good,
though.
which is good.
So
all of that to say, and again, thank you again so much. I can't believe we've been nominated. It's absolutely wild. Like, I could never have imagined that was going to be a thing.
Absolutely
not. So thank you so much.
Literally never.
Truly,
thank you.
Truly. My deepest thanks.
Yes. Off the back of that, oh my God, we hit 5,000 followers here on YouTube.
Let's go.
Oh my God, it's all happening.
Oh my God, it's all happening.
We hit 5,000 subscribers here, which is again such a huge accomplishment for us, for anyone first starting out on YouTube. It's all very surreal.
Yeah. 5,000, halfway to 10K.
I know, wild.
Thank you to everyone who's clicked the subscribe button. If you haven't, consider. It's we've gained a large amount of subscribers in the last month and a half or so.
Yeah.
So thank you to all the people who are new. Thank you to everyone who's been here from the beginning, 6 months, whatever it's been. We really appreciate it. You keep showing the videos so much love with the like and comments.
Yeah,
and
it's
the
insane.
Bell.
It's insane. Honestly, you really are. And again, we've ever since we started streaming specifically, we said streaming was the best thing we did for the community because we see so many of you there and we get to be so much closer with you.
Yeah, we get to interact with you.
Yeah, it really has, in my opinion, bridged the gap.
I agree.
And just also anyone who just watches the YouTube video, who interacts in any form, you're just as appreciated and just as valid
100%.
as anyone else. But if you would like to get to know us maybe a bit closer than potentially even this, even though I feel like we're pretty close. The Twitch streams are a really great place to come and do that.
They are, yeah.
And I can't believe it. I can't believe we're at 5,000.
5,000.
We hit 1,000 not too long ago on Twitch as well.
I know, yeah. Now we're already at 1,200.
It's insane. So thank you. What the point I was making there was we're getting to the point where we're starting to see people's comments come up from a year ago, which is crazy.
Insane.
Absolutely crazy.
There's people who are new who are commenting on old videos.
Yeah.
And then I see the old comments on that video from people who are still in the community.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. So thank you so much for continuing to stick with us throughout all of this.
Yeah.
It's been such a fast, insane, feral, chaos-inducing ride.
Yeah.
But in the best way.
But in the most beautiful way.
Indeed.
That we appreciate so much.
Indeed. Thank you so much.
That to say, it's only halfway to 10,000.
Yeah, let's go.
If you're new, consider hitting the subscribe button, like the video, comment down below. It's clogging time. Can't wait to see you at the streamies, whatever it is.
What are you talking about?
The streamies.
The streamies?
Yeah, that's the next step, right?
Ah, yes. Jack, I thought for a second you were getting the Crit Awards confused with the streamies.
No.
I was like, that's not it.
The streamies?
Yes.
That's the next step.
Yes.
We aim big here.
Uh-huh.
At the Podblast.
Yes. And how about the Nickelodeon stage where we get gooed?
Yeah.
Slimed.
Yeah. We get slimed.
Yeah.
Get slimed on?
Yeah, oh my God. You catch us in YouTube Rewind.
Oh my God, I'm in YouTube Rewind.
Anything else?
Pick up a t-shirt. Eldritch Podblast, www.eldritchpodblast.co.uk. Go and pick up some merch. The amount of people that picked up
Jesus.
the Attack the Unaware t-shirts
my God.
is wild.
So definitely the most.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. I think it's really made Margaret feel really good about herself.
Yeah.
Because you designed it completely.
Yeah, I don't get to flex my graphics design skills that often anymore.
Yeah.
That used to be like my creative outlet with like a small business, and now that we're kind of pulling away from that, then I make everything for the podcast.
Yeah.
This was the first time in a long time I was able to actually scratch my creative itch.
Yeah.
So it was really fun and really nice, and I'm glad you all like it.
Yeah.
Someone
really
left a comment saying, I do not wear graphics t-shirts, but I love this podcast jokes so much. I'm gonna get one.
So
thank you.
Swap, but we're okay. Let's go.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
No, that's about it. I mean, that's quite a lot of news.
Yeah. We
go vote for us. Give the video some love. Thank you for 5,000. Buy a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Should we get into today's
baby, we got a doozy for you.
So we're doing something slightly different to what we normally do.
Oh my God.
So normally we follow the same convention of we do this topic, this topic, this topic. But as we were doing the Reddit episodes that we do, I came across this thread and I could not look at it.
Yeah.
Especially off the back of we did the reacting to the 44 rules thing.
Which was so much fun.
Much fun. I don't know if the VOD will be up by now, but the VOD is going to come up of the live stream where we did it. This is kind of in a similar vein, to be honest. This is all reacting to one Reddit post on r/D&D, and it is simply titled, "Who was the worst DM you ever had?" And let me tell you, of course, there was hundreds and hundreds of comments.
It's sad,
in
that,
it.
isn't it?
It is sad. It is.
I mean,
sad.
I have my own as well.
Yeah,
of course. I've had my fair share of horrible dungeon masters over the years.
Of course. And I feel like it's a unifying thing.
Yeah.
And, we always say your first table or even your friends might not be your forever table.
Might not be your forever table.
And, well, again, I feel like there's a difference between not being your forever table and people being malicious.
Yeah.
That's maybe foreshadowing.
That's it, isn't it? It's like, if you just had a bad experience because it wasn't the right game for you, it's like, then that's just fair.
Yeah.
But if you turn up and they're intentionally a nightmare, that's where it gets bad, I think.
Yeah, indeed. So let's take a look and see what some people's worst DMs they ever experienced were.
Give it to me.
Hey, I know you have a story too.
Come on.
Let us know about it.
Let us
Put
know
it in
about
the
your
comments
worst
below.
one. Come on.
Hey, let us lament with you.
Let
How
us
about
lament
that?
together. Let's lament in the comments.
So this first one is just simply my brother. He decided he would play a character that was a level 9 barbarian while everyone else was level 2 or 3. And he always rolled nat 20s behind the screen and just came up with a lot of nat 20s. So his character did all the fighting and we barely did anything beyond follow his character through the story he created.
Oh, and he was the dungeon master? Oh my God. Talking about a DMPC, but a DMPC that's 7 levels higher than the rest of the party that only rolls natural 20s.
I like to think that this is just like a funny juvenile thing of like
maybe they were like 15 or something.
Like adolescent kids playing with each other. Like the brother being like
yeah, just so you know, you're all level 2. I am going to be level 9.
Because I'm the DM.
Because I'm the dungeon master.
Because I'm the DM.
And just follow me and I'll take us through the story.
And I got a natural 20. I got another natural 20.
Oh my god, I rolled a disadvantage. I got 2 natural 20s. It's just like, just write a book. Just go and play like Elden Ring or something like that. Go and play a game where you can be the hero of your own story.
I think it's even funnier that it's OP's brother.
Yeah.
Like, I just find that so funny, which makes me think it's just like juvenile adolescent kids. Watch it be like 40-year-old men.
40-year-old men.
Which, to be honest,
I mean, I've seen worse behavior out of 40-year-old men.
I have also seen much
Sadly.
worse behavior, unfortunately. So that was just a fun one to wet the whistle.
That was just a little taster.
That was just a fun one.
That was a little spicer.
To wet the whistle.
To wet the whistle.
I'm luring you into a false sense of security here, you see.
Because the next one's going to be horrible.
So, the next one is, I have a world record for an A-grade arsehole from here on Reddit.
Let's go.
I was looking for a game and this person invites me to their private server. He had 2 new players making jokes about how the DM is a god and that everything that they do is law. As in the law, not storytelling.
It's not law.
It's
because that is
laying
true.
down the law.
They do write the law usually.
I ignore it and I make a wizard. I answer some questions being thrown at me from new players and they say that I say I'm going to be using a familiar. They respond with a laugh, saying, well, that's if the DM doesn't kill it. I respond with that it's okay because they don't actually die and I can just summon it back. The DM took that personally. The game starts with him narrating a cutscene where a manticore comes in, walls for an attack, and says, I am dead. 3 minutes into the game, the 2 new players are giggling and the DM is laughing. I say cool and I leave the server. Not the worst, but it has been the fastest.
It's like, so what the DM took was, they were like, oh yeah, but what if the DM kills the familiar? It's just like, it's okay, I can resummon it. And the DM was like,
I don't, well, not if you're
you
dead.
can't summon it if you're dead.
You can't summon it if you're dead.
My God, grow up.
And like the thing is, like the other players giggling as the DM, I can imagine this. Like, you know, in Hercules, you know how Hades has those 2 henchmen?
Yeah.
I picture it like that.
You said you could resummon it because you're dead now.
Again, I really hope.
Shut up.
I really hope this is just like silly juvenile stuff.
Has to be,
right?
has to be.
But like at the same time, I don't know, being like, oh, the DM's the god. First of all,
man,
what has happened to these players?
Like, yeah. Why are you in on that?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
How's that fun for you? Like where are you getting your kicks? Like, just fucking bigging up this DM who's just killing people. Like, where are you getting fun from that?
Do the players get the joy in it because they're not being targeted?
Yeah, because as long as they as long as they're glazing as hard as possible, they won't be the ones killed.
And they get people like OP to come in so they can be the ones who are like lambasted and bullied. Like it literally reminds me of like school, how like the popular person would have their, I don't know,
henchmen, cronies,
minions.
Yeah.
And then, you know, no one actually liked the bully, but everyone was scared of the bully.
So scared of them, yeah.
So because of that, everyone just stuck around because they didn't want to be the target.
Imagine being so petty that you hear a wizard who wants to cast an extremely common wizard spell.
Yeah.
Say, it's okay if the DM kills it, you know, which a lot of people don't really enjoy, by the way, because it's quite frustrating. I know it happens now and then and stuff like that. But, you know, having their minion killed and being so blasé about it and be like, it's okay, I can just resummon it, don't worry about it. And then the DM goes, not if I actually murder you.
You know that Kill Bill noise? The DM's like, no. Yeah, like I just
imagine I can resummon my fan familiar so personally.
Yeah,
imagine taking that so to heart.
Well, once again, this is just peak DM versus player. Oh yeah, and you know 100%. What? The other players are just as bad, by the way. The other players like giggling and laughing with the DM. Like so lame.
Get manticored.
Yes. Get manticored.
Get manticored on. It's like instead of just being like, look, I think fan familiar is a little bit broken. I hate hate like it using the help action, especially if you use the owl with flyby. I just think it's a little bit cheesy.
Yeah.
Because that is, in my opinion, it's one of the more cheesy interactions in the game.
I agree.
Summoning an owl that has flyby, using it to just get advantage on your spell, having it fly away. It's like, of course, the DM's gonna want to shoot that down at some point because that's just. Really
there's a cheesy way to use a familiar. Most certainly.
But there's really great ways to use familiars as well for like scouting and and for like companionship and role play and stuff like that and storytelling. It's a great spell. I love it. But instead of being like, look, I've had people in the past who've used it in this like cheesy way, and I don't want to like fall down that hole with you. Like I don't mind using it for like many reasons.
I don't think that's what this is.
What about
Manticore?
What about I just kill you instead?
How about Manticore?
What about instead of using my words and my emotions and my feelings, I just murder you?
I honestly, I don't think that is the case here at all.
I think
this DM,
it was just a challenge.
I honestly think the DM was just like, the players like, no, the DM kills it, and then they took it as them being like, I can resummon it, as literally challenging the DM's law.
Don't you dare cast a single spell in my game.
Yeah, but like the thing is, again, like Find Familiar, probably one of the most, apart from Fireball, one of the most wizard spells you can take.
It's like iconic wizard.
It is iconic. It is. Yeah, wizard. I agree. It is. Like, surely the DM's aware of Find Familiar spell.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, I don't know how seasoned this dungeon master.
Well, yeah, no.
I think this dungeon master. They could have said any spell.
Yeah,
any spell in the game.
Yeah.
Not if I cast Firebolt and the dungeon master was like, don't you fucking
There's no
dare.
such thing as fire in my campaign.
Don't you fucking dare cast that spell in my game. Don't you dare cast that cantrip.
Yeah, that fucking stinks. That and you know what? Those players, grow up. Grow up. This next one is, I got together with some friends for a game with a DM listing on Roll20.net. Back then, I was a bit less certain of myself, so I asked the DM if he was okay if I, a female person, played a male character. These days, I would just do it.
Yeah.
Can't cope with the fact that I want to roleplay someone who can piss up against a tree? Tough. He said it would break immersion.
Interesting.
Interesting. If a person with a female voice played a male character.
Interesting.
Boys, girls, and small furry creatures from Alpha Centauri. If a DM ever pulls that on you, just leave. But I wanted to see what would happen. I just did.
There's a morbid curiosity in all of us, and I feel like yours got the better of you here.
So I rolled up a female dwarven life cleric. I go to the tavern and I talk to some folks at the first table I come to. They inform me that adventuring is work for real men. We won't talk to you. Obviously, they couldn't have been the quest givers. I went to the next table and found the NPC who was the actual quest giver, who said the same thing. I said, oh well, I'm going to go home and wash my hair instead. One of the other players bitched the DM out in fine style, and we all left.
Doesn't allow you to play
character. Yeah.
You turn up as a female character.
Yeah.
Nobody gives you a quest because you aren't male. Love it. Love it. I love Dungeon Masters.
Like, man, this obviously is wrong on so many fucking levels.
On about 9,000 levels, this is wrong.
Like, this...
For so many different reasons, this is just... Man... Shut up. Shut up.
It would break immersion if a person with a female voice played a male character. Okay, so you're ticking the transphobic list.
Box.
So you're transphobic.
Okay, that one's crossed off the list.
You're misogynistic and you're sexist.
Awesome.
Oh, perfect.
Love it. Let's fucking go.
Anything else? Anything else you want to throw into the ring here?
The thing is, I mean, that was only in the first 5 seconds of the campaign. And we've ticked 3 large boxes there. As the campaign went on, there would have been thousands of microaggressions towards every single marginalized community on Earth.
Yeah. Like, and again, if you are so bothered about literally something as simple as someone with a female voice playing a male character, that upsets you so much, you really need to look into why that is. You really need to sit down with yourself and go, why does this upset me?
This is what always gets me with these situations. It's like, what did you want the outcome to be?
Well, yeah,
what is it that you actually wanted to achieve here? Because you won't let them play a male character.
Yeah.
but then they turn up as a female character, and then
you won't let them play
have
anyway.
the quests.
You won't let them play anyway.
Like, what are you trying to achieve? Do you just want to be an asshole? Is that where you get your kicks?
This is genuinely reading to me as simple as something as DM, male DM, want girl to join so man can laugh at girl and control girl and tell girl no. Genuinely, that's all I'm gaining from this.
Just find something that you enjoy in life, please.
Hey,
because
grow up.
Just find something that brings you some sort of joy so you stop doing this to people.
Hey, find something positive in your life that you can focus on so you're not treating other people like this.
Oh,
and
so frustrating.
You know what? Good on OP to be like, I'm just gonna go home and wash my hair.
I'm just gonna wash my hair.
Good on the other player who bitched this DM out, and good on
slapped.
Listen. Look, I don't promote violence.
I don't know if I could help myself.
But good on everyone for genuinely being like, we're going.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
Like I feel like you know what? There's so many ways that this could have ended, and I can see so many other ways where OP was the only one who left, and then OP was laughed at for leaving.
Yeah.
That is something that in an alternate timeline is the way that it went. So good on everyone for leaving.
Apart from the Dungeon Master.
But I just want to know, what was
your goal? What did you want to achieve?
Like, what was the point in even letting this person come to the table if you weren't going to let them play with you?
Like, what is it you want from life?
Yeah.
Do you just want to everyone to hate you? Because you're on a fast track there, my friend.
Man,
you are on a fast track there. You are doing a grade A job. Everyone's going to hate you. No one's ever going to want to play with you ever again.
And then this DM's going to be like, why does no one want to play with me?
And then they're going to be like, man, I hate women.
Yeah, man. God, she made that so hard
She made that so hard for me. Oh, my God. I was just trying to roleplay out my really sexist, misogynistic worldviews in the game. Yeah. And she made it so hard for me. Oh, God. I'm going to go and watch some Andrew Tate now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that DM needs to work on themselves. Yeah. They really need to work on themselves deeply from within.
Oh God, there's I don't want to say it's too far gone because we've got to believe, we've got to have hope.
Dog looks funny right now.
Our dog is very close to the gate.
I wish you could see Dog right now.
He's very close and he's just staring at both of us.
He really is. He literally we reference this so much. That woman who's trying to get on the bus and she's like, he's like that right now, just so you know.
Well, that one was
that stank.
Dreadful.
Yeah, that's
dreadful.
The next one. This is I already had issues with one DM back in my college days. He railroaded so hard you'd think he wanted to be a conductor.
Let's fucking go.
As in, you come to a split in the road. Okay, we all go left. You can't go left, there's nothing there. Dude, then why give us the option?
What's the point in giving us the option?
Anyway, I played a barbarian who used his strength to solve every problem. So this guy gives me a ring that boosts my strength. Sweet.
Sick.
Only, he didn't say that every time I used it, he added 10 years to my age without any noticeable effects. So at one point...
Aging?
Nothing.
Physically? Nothing. Okay, just at one point you just die. Okay, let's go.
Interesting. So at one point, there is a problem. I use the ring, and he says, you just have a heart attack and die, by the way, because you are now 100+ years old. I swore, got up and left, and I don't think I ever talked to that guy again. He might as well have just dropped a meteor on my head.
He might as well have, yeah. This is the thing. If you want cursed magic items that have, kiss, curse, benefit, success, whatever it is, that's fine. But you need to write it into. When they attune to it, you need to understand the curse that you're getting.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I've done mechanics in the game that have, aged people.
Yeah.
And, what I usually do is I make it a really minor age at the beginning. And then if they keep doing it, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, when they realize the effect, it's like, oh, you age by a year or something like that. So it's nothing crazy, and it's nothing I'm taking it out of their hands of they were 17, now they're 18 or something like that. If you're playing somebody young, because a lot of people like to do that. but then they understand the mechanics of it, and then it's in their choice and it's within their hand for later on.
How about
you don't even tell them?
How about 10 years each time, and you don't mention anything, and then suddenly you're like, you have a heart attack and die, by the way, you're 100.
And it's like, even at that point, a lot of people would still even just let people know before even doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely the way to do it. The thing is, right, if you're aging, where's the physicality to it? Nobody saw that you aged 100 years.
Yeah.
Nobody saw the wrinkles on your face, the like curve in your spine, the liver spots, anything like that.
The thing is, this has only been done purely just for that gotcha moment of you're dead. Like, that's why there was absolutely no consideration of the actual mechanic.
No,
it was just simply
like,
just to be like, ha, you use your strength too much, and now I've taught you a lesson, and now you're dead.
Fortnite dancing on him.
But like the thing is, again, to like, you know what? As especially 5e barbarians, you do not have a lot going for you outside of being strong.
But literally, there's one strength, skill.
Athletics.
That's it. And you know, the one D&D barbarian is looking to fix that, and I think a bunch of other systems already have the fix to it.
So, like, for the DM to actually be like, okay, you problem solve a lot using your strength. Here you go. Here's a boost to your strength. Yay! We like that.
Yay! That's really cool.
Good. That's good.
Thank you, Dungeon Master.
Yay! Full sense of security. You're dead.
Yeah.
You're 100 years old and you're dead.
But I just don't get it. It's like, I didn't physically age because nobody could see it. I didn't physically age because my stats didn't change. I didn't physically, like, nothing changed about me. You just decided that I had a heart attack.
You decided in that moment, and it's like it could have been any moment. Obviously, that's the point. They wanted it to be able to be. Whenever the barbarian was too close to solving something or becoming too much of an issue to the DM,
heart attack.
They could be like, aha, by the way, you know what I mean? Like,
you're dead.
So lame. And you know what? Again, this is just not the way to deal with if for whatever reason a player is too much of an issue for you. This is not the way to deal with it.
You talk to them. You just talk to them about it.
Yeah.
And you know, you'll come to some sort of like compromise, or they'll maybe they have a solution that you didn't even realize or something like that, and just can figure it out together.
And like giving them the ring, giving them the boost is kind of like, you know, a passive, hey, yeah, cool, you're doing there, keep doing it because, you know, I know you like doing it, so keep doing it. When obviously it was the exact opposite.
So annoying. This is so annoying. Like, I don't even mind things that have that kiss curse. Like, I don't mind the, like, cursed magic items. Cursed magic items can be fun.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, you got to be careful with the aging thing because some people will just flat out be like, I don't like this. This isn't fair.
Yeah.
Some people, if it's a small amount, but 10 years every single time you use it is a criminal amount, by the way. And the fact that you didn't tell them is also criminal. Like, cursed magic items can be fun. And they can be super awesome and roleplay heavy and cool, and there can be a story behind them. But like, just giving it a negative benefit, but then not even telling them that negative that negative effect is taking hold. You just like keeping a tally behind the screen. Man, that's the worst. That is such bad dungeon mastering.
That categorically stinks.
Oh, that stinks.
That stings. That stinks.
PU, that smells. I can hear him licking himself.
Okay, this is the penultimate.
Oh my goodness gracious me!
You know what? I realized maybe I didn't gather as many as I could.
It's okay. We'll gather them all for next time.
Yeah.
And we'll drag these ones out for you.
Yeah. Or you know, if we really can't, I can just add a couple in.
That's all right.
So this is we spent 2.5 IRL months, 10 sessions in one combat session, just trying to break out of jail. It was miserable. Enemies would be throwing spears at us. I asked how they still had spears to throw, and he told us they were pulling spear racks around with them.
A rack of, and there was also a person behind them actually sharpening the spears. They were smelting, carving the wood, polishing the spear, everything, and then they put it on the rack.
You're in a factory. It's a factory, actually.
The person is actually pulling around.
Yes, yeah.
How did you know?
After all of that, in our eventual escape, he railroaded us into getting recaptured and sent away again. He described where we were being taken, and we all immediately realized he had just sent us out of his homebrew world into Curse of Strahd because he didn't know what to do with us. We all stopped playing after that.
So, sorry, how long were they in the jail?
2.5 months.
2.5 months.
10 sessions. 2.5 months.
Sessions.
In one combat session.
Like, what I don't get with this, right, is like, do you just not plan? And that's why we're here? Do you just not know, like, what you want to do?
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm just going to keep... And it's like, do you want to know what? Sometimes, you know, maybe they went a different way and you have to make something up. And they might have to, like, get captured or something like that at the end of the session. But then you plan the next week so they can break out. It's like... But if you just didn't know what to do for 10 weeks, it's like, just take 1 hour within 10 weeks.
Oh, my God.
And plan anything.
Oh, my God. Just take a week off. Oh, my God. Take
anything.
2-3 weeks off.
Yeah.
Like,
better than being in a prison for 10 weeks and having a spear factory.
Yeah, like, I want to know.
Churning out spears to throw at you?
I want to know how it...
I got your little piggies.
I want to know how it got to 2.5 months. That's what I want to know. And it's like, was it all the same enemies? Were they killing off the enemies and more enemies were coming in? Because the thing is, if more enemies were coming in, it's like you can just do something else.
Well, I just don't get, like, and you turned up for 10 sessions of that.
Yeah,
I bet you were just hoping that it was going to end or something else was going to happen.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually think what you're saying is, like, did you just not plan, or did you just not know what you wanted to happen? To be fair, it sounds like it, because they got out.
Just fell into Curse of Strahd.
And then they got put back into jail, and then they were in the Curse of Strahd campaign. Like, this is just an absolute definition of no communication at all, like, between what is going on.
If you didn't know what you wanted to do with the campaign, like, just take a week off and, like, reevaluate. Take 2 weeks off. Like Microsoft,
take a month off. Take as long as you need off
to reevaluate what you want to do.
Yeah.
Or you know, just plan anything.
Yeah.
Anything at all that isn't that dungeon.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you didn't plan anything.
There can't have been.
And it's like, I understand that planning's hard. And look, if you know me, I'm a big advocate for, like, dungeon master planning, and there's different ways to do it, and you'll find your way and all that good stuff. But, like, you're not even trying.
No.
You're not even trying to find your way to, like, plan.
And the thing is, like, this must have been, like, just a blind panic for everyone, right? Like, for the DM, this must have just been one of those moments, and we've all had it. I don't know. To be fair, I don't know. But I can imagine it being a situation where the DM just has fucking no idea
what to do.
Is just flying by the seat of their pants, and is just saying things and doing things because they don't know how to push on.
Do you want to know what? That would have been fine the first day they got captured.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if they'd gone, you know, you had left planned and they went right, and they did everything that you didn't plan, and then at the end of the session, I don't know, they get caught and they get captured and they get thrown in prison. It's like, okay, they're in prison now. Yeah. I can plan for next session. They're going to jailbreak. It's going to be super cool and super awesome. We can have this, like, breaking out the prison thing, and then that'll give me loads of time to plan. But it's just like, what about instead of doing that, I just don't plan for 10 weeks and I just throw spears at them?
Imagine being in initiative order for 2.5 months.
For 10 sessions.
For 10 sessions, being in initiative order, not being able to, not being able to talk, really, or not being able to...
And, like imagine getting excited for D&D, being like, man, what if we break out this week?
I know, what are we going to see?
It's just like, it doesn't matter what you probably had planned. It doesn't really matter what you had prepared, what you tried. You were staying in that prison.
Yeah, but, like...
You were staying in that prison.
Why?
Because they didn't plan anything.
I know, but this must have been... Well, to be fair, OP
demoralizing.
OP says it was miserable. It must have been miserable for every single person.
Yeah, 100%.
Every single person in that room must have been miserable. Going to D&D, for me, it would have been a chore.
Oh, man, and, like, that's the thing. It's like getting... Like, just having that excitement just taken away, and you begin to have the pit in your stomach. Yeah. You begin to have the dread.
Yeah, and you begin to have be like, I don't want to go because this is just going to be for
pointless.
2.5 months, man.
And that was playing every week as well.
Yeah,
if it's 10 sessions, 2.5 weeks, that's playing every week. Just take a week off.
Yeah.
Take a moment to think about what you want to do with your campaign. Take a moment to just plan anything outside of throwing spears at them.
Yeah.
Like, you did not, as a dungeon master, you did nothing for 10 weeks. And look, like I said, I advocate for it becoming hard and getting burnt out, but just communicate that, because what you did there is just unacceptable.
Yeah. And again, breaking out and being captured again.
because they've not got anything planned.
And again, the thing is, the last part, like going from like the homebrew world to Curse of Strahd, like to me personally, that's a non-issue. Like that's fine.
The thing is, that's probably exactly what you need to do, because then you can just read the module. Then you'll have something every week that isn't prison with spears.
Totally. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. That smells
weird behavior.
Yeah. And that must have been painful for everyone.
And that's it. It's just like, if you just took a bit of time off and then went, do you want to know what? I don't really have the like drive to plan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run a module like Curse of Strahd, because then at least I've got something for you every week, and I don't have to do this prison thing. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone would probably have been like, let's go, but instead you dragged it out for 10 sessions, 10 weeks.
The only other thing I can think is if it was a case of over planning to the point. To the point
No.
Stick with
me.
No.
Let it cook. Cook.
To the point where DM was putting down hints and clues and being like, they will only progress once X situation is met. X criteria is met by X thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only situation I can think of.
Like a moment there where you're like frustrated as a dungeon master because they're not understanding.
Yeah, and like maybe, the lock had to be
magically blown off by a magic missile. The only thing that can't miss.
That's the only honestly only other situation I can think is being so rigid and only sticking to what you perceive to be like the correct the solution.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like the I don't know. I commend you as players for turning up for 10 weeks in a row.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I'd have fucking given up.
Me too. I would have.
I think many people would have.
Honestly,
as well.
I think after like the 4th or 5th, I would have given up by then.
The fact that we'd ended the second session of not getting out the prison would have been too much for me.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we've ever had a combat span. We've had a combat span like 1.5 sessions.
Have we? The only times we've ever
not really.
Was in Matthew's campaign, where it was a slightly longer combat, and because Matthew's combats used to last quite a while.
Yeah.
And we'd like get to the point where we needed to leave, and we'd be like, right, we're at the top of initiative. We'll finish this off next week.
Yeah.
Everyone keep your HP and your spell like track. That was fine because we were at the top of initiative.
I think we've done that a couple of times as well.
In mine?
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever.
Have we not?
No.
Or maybe it's just starting a session going into combat, to be fair.
I know how long a combat takes, and if we start to encroach on the time where I'm like, I'm either going to have to rush this fight and I don't really want to do that, I'll just add bits in so we get to the fight right at the end of the session.
Yeah, which is what happened last session.
Which is exactly what happened last session.
Yeah. That stinks.
What about 10 weeks in the prison with getting spears thrown at you? Tell me down in the comments how many sessions you'd have lasted in that campaign.
All right, the last one. We milked that one. The last one.
Milky?
Milk.
It needs some milk. It needs some milk.
The worst DM I had was a friend of a friend. He wouldn't let us join the campaign unless we had a full backstory for our character, like major details. Mine was 3 pages long, and he criticized it for not being detailed enough.
Oh my god.
Then he killed our characters in the second session. He did this every single time. Roll up new characters, detailed backgrounds, play 1 session. In the second session, he would always kill us all. It was always something extremely stupid that killed us too. Like in one session, a volcano exploded that wiped out everyone. In the other, the cave we were in just randomly just sunk into the middle of the earth. It made no sense, and it was beyond annoying. After 3 times of this, everyone quit the campaign and refused to play with him as the DM again.
Not even remotely surprised.
He was also the worst player I've ever played with, as both the DM and as a fellow player. I need to know what this DM was like as a player.
The thing is, right, I think both of these scenarios are acceptable if you use them separately. Give me a detailed backstory. It's not detailed enough. I need more detail because it's going to be a long It's going to be a long
You're in for the
slog.
long haul. Yeah.
We're going to fucking go to your hometown, and I want to know the color of the wood in your house.
Yeah, and
I want to know what paintings are hung on the wall.
Like, you've influenced the world.
Yeah.
And there's a whole arc for you, and there's details in the world that are built just for you.
You're going to live it out. You're going to live in this world. You're a real person.
Totally.
I want as if you, Margaret, like, told me things that I should know about you as a D&D character.
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
I get it. Like, and people play games like that.
Yeah,
and, you know, people put in, like, so much effort, and they get out what they put in, and it's sick. And I also get, don't give me any backstory.
Yeah.
Because you're probably going to die.
Yeah, totally. Oh,
I'm going to throw so many goblins at you. You aren't going to be able to survive.
Totally.
And we're going to just recycle characters, but we're going to get through the story, and it's going to be a massive dungeon slog.
Corpse grinder.
It's going to be corpse grinder. It's going to be meat grinder.
Yeah, going to be a meat grinder.
And there's people who are like clapping their hands, giddy with excitement because they love that.
Yeah,
they just love that.
Both of those play styles are valid.
Perfect.
But they do not mix.
What about if we put arduous detailing, unbelievable amounts of effort, and our backstories are scrutinized, and then we get there, we're like, okay, we've got it. You and me, player, we've got it. You turn up to session, you die to a volcano.
You have.
You didn't even die in combat.
The thing is, you have first session, and you're like, great,
let's go,
awesome, here we go.
Let's go.
Like, it's just enough time to introduce yourself to everyone, get an idea of what people's characters are like, see what people's class they're playing, and then in the second session, a volcano just erupts.
A volcano erupts. It's like, what do you want us to do? Like, I understand maybe if it was like a flaw in your combat, like, maybe you didn't understand that this monster was actually far more powerful than it looks.
Accidental TPKs, they happen all the time.
They happen. It's just but you're making us die to natural disasters.
You're making
that
us.
We can't stop.
We were in a cave and it randomly sunk into the middle of the earth.
It's like, what I don't get is, do you think that we should be able to get out of that?
Well,
do you think that we
no.
Like,
no.
So why are you doing it?
Like, we played with a DM who was kind of like this.
Yeah?
Yeah. I thought that was thunder. I thought that was thunder outside,
Look,
Jack.
I had a toot.
Listen, he had a toot.
Get over it.
Did it sound like thunder? I actually thought it was your chair grazing against this, and I was, but sorry. Sorry. We played with a DM like this.
Did we?
Yeah, who was very much like, big backstories. I have a huge emphasis on, here's my world primer, here's everything. Make your characters. Yes, worked with us very closely with our characters.
Yeah. Was hyped when we got to the hyped like, this is sick. Like,
yeah, we had multiple meetings with everyone beforehand to make sure that we would get on. Huge emphasis on roleplay. We joined them because they had TPK'd for like the third time in a row in a situation.
Yeah.
And everyone was very much like, oh yeah, this happens all the time. And they were like, yeah, we just, for whatever reason, we joined them. And
we didn't see the red flags at the time.
We were young. We were young. It was very early in our D&D career. And we joined, and the first session was like 8 to 10 hours long.
Which is long.
For
us, it's long. I understand that a lot of people like to play for that long, and that is totally fine.
And we were level 1, and we had 4 combats. And
one of them we didn't even get to like do anything about.
Yeah.
We just got jumped.
Yeah. And your character died. Like,
my character died.
And you know what? Everyone was close, and that was the TPK territory. And
we had to use the party inspiration token to let me re-roll a death save.
Yeah.
Instead of failing it. And that's the only reason I didn't die.
And we spent so long on these backstories.
Yeah.
And
weeks of just like
back and forth and
build up for the session.
And again, the DM and the players, really nice people, wonderful people.
And the thing is, right, I'll be completely honest, like, that was just tough combats. Yeah. They were like, the combats were just too hard.
Yeah, and too many.
And there was too many, and it was too hard. It wasn't a natural disaster that we couldn't avoid, like, and I think we played it quite well, and we still died. I think they were just overtuned in terms of the power of the combats.
But it was a pattern.
Because they TPK'd a number of times before.
3 times beforehand.
And, somebody had left, and then Weed came in.
Yeah.
And, it's like, I don't mind putting loads of effort into my backstory.
No.
And I don't mind having tough combats. But when I'm having 4 combats and, like, multiple of us are going down in one day on the first session, it's like, these characters aren't making it to the end.
And the thing is, that, despite all of that, didn't actually feel malicious to me.
No, it's just the way that they wanted to play it.
It didn't feel malicious. This feels malicious.
Because there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, like, again, we had 4 combats and they were tough combats. So, yeah, of course we died. But a volcano exploded.
A volcano exploding, or just, like, a cave that we're in sinking to the middle of the earth.
Like,
I just don't get it. I just don't get the mentality. Why do you... Because the thing is, as a dungeon master, you're going to do this. So why spend all of the time on the backstories?
This, I wonder, is this like a power play thing,
probably.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Like, is this just, like, I have captivated people's attention. They want to join my game, so I'm going to make sure that I make it as
miserable
intense
as possible.
Well, yeah, like then they send me this and it's not good enough, and then they get in and you have the power to destroy them, so you do.
No, I think this is just a troll.
Do you think
this is just a troll?
But like, man, if this is just a troll, grow the fuck up.
Yeah, like grow up.
Grow up.
Like I got better things to be doing with my time.
Jeez.
And the thing is, I'm happy if you want to make me make a fucking in-depth long backstory.
100%.
I'm so happy to give that to you.
Yeah, totally.
But I at least want a chance of survival.
Absolutely.
Like, and I'm not even being like, oh, I should survive. Like, if I play like an idiot, that's on me.
Like, not even a chance. A fair chance.
A fair chance of survival.
A fair chance. This is not a fair chance.
This isn't a fair chance of survival.
And it happened 3 times. It happened 3 times.
And then you're surprised when people leave.
I know.
How are you? Why would you ever be surprised if people leave?
I cannot believe you went through this 3 times. The thing is, the first time, I can see, like, I do not know how experienced OP is.
I can't even see it.
But I can see if the group was maybe like slightly less experienced, hadn't played D&D before, I can see how they would be like, oh man, okay, well, fine, we'll go in again. The second time, no way. The third time,
I think after the second time, I'd have turned to the dungeon master and been like,
yeah,
are you kidding me? Like what are we doing?
Like, what a huge fucking waste of time.
And this is the thing. I'm like, what you said about the last one? Like, maybe they're not putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
It's like, is there a part of that in this?
No,
like,
no way. I don't think so.
Do you think that we should have been able to, like, escape it? Because we don't have fly because we're level 1. We don't have, like, resilient sphere or anything like that to stop, like, a cave in.
I don't think so.
We don't have stone shape. It's like, we're level 1. It's like, what do you think that we should be doing here?
I think...
Or do you just want to waste our time?
Yeah, I genuinely think if the DM wanted them to have a chance, it would be, like, something like a combat or, like, maybe a social scenario. Not, oh, the cave we're in sinks to the middle of the earth. Like, the thing is, what does that look like at the table?
And, like,
what does that look
do you
like?
want to know what? Cool. The cave sinks to the middle of the earth.
And now then we have a subterranean...
And now we have a subterranean campaign.
Yeah.
Or, like, now we've got to work our way out. Yeah. Or there's something at the center of the world that we're supposed to find. Like, I can see it as a story too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Like, is there, like, the heart of the earth that's, like, dying because of X, Y, and Z, because of the, like, I don't know, because of all of the agriculture and stuff like that. And if you want to tell a story like that. But no, we just die.
Like, I just cannot imagine what happens at that. I don't know if they played face-to-face or not, but, like, how would that look? Sat at the table, the DM being like, and by the way, the 3rd time this has happened, you get onto session 2, and they're like, and the cave just sinks to the middle of the earth. That's it, you're done. All right, well, make up your new characters.
Yeah, it's like, why though?
Man.
Why are we making up new characters?
And, I can only speak from personal experience. I'm aware that when I create a character, I put a big part of my soul into them.
Yeah.
For me, creating a new character is a labor of love.
Yeah.
And it takes me a long time, and I really, really consider everything,
and
right?
You enjoy it.
I do. I really do.
But you enjoy it because you know you're going to then live it out,
exactly.
play
it's
it out.
It's going to be like a fruitful development. I can't imagine putting that much time and work into something for it just to be taken away for actually no reason. And not only that, for the DM to be like, it's not really detailed enough,
That's insulting.
That is insulting.
That's insulting.
That is insulting. Not insulting in terms of, like, if it's a normal campaign.
Because of what came afterwards.
Yeah, it's
like,
insulting.
If you come to me and you say it's not detailed enough, it's like, okay, fine. Like, I'll give you more. I don't mind. But then for you to do that after saying it's not detailed enough, it's like, you're literally, you're Fortnite taunting on me.
Yeah.
You're taking the piss out of me.
Honestly, the only thing I can think is that this was just a power play, and the DM just enjoyed having the power over people's time and characters, which is an absolute terrible, awful trait, by the way.
I'm busy.
Which
I don't have time for this.
And again, I don't know how old these people are. I don't know what their life circumstances are.
Really,
but man, imagine being our age, 30-year-olds who are busy, who have very finite spare time, doing this, getting excited, then being killed 3 times in a row. That stinks.
That would wind me up.
Yeah, that's
to no end.
That actually, I think, apart from the motherfucker who was like,
you can't be a fucking man.
It breaks my immersion.
It breaks my immersion when you have a female voice and you say, shut up.
I think this is the worst one. I think this is the worst one.
Yeah. This and that one. For 2 different reasons.
Totally.
That one was just offensive.
Yeah, offensive and disrespectful.
This is
also disrespectful.
This is just unbelievable.
Yeah, man. Well, they stank.
They were rough. I'll be honest with you. They were rough.
And again, this was just a Reddit post. You can find it. There's, again,
no, but don't go find it, because we'll take from there for the next one and we'll read them out together.
Well, I don't necessarily even know if this is going to be a common thing. This was just something that I
enjoyed the shout of it.
This was just something I saw, and I just thought, let's just do an episode on it.
Well, if there's some other good ones in there, we'll do more.
Well, I'm sure there will be. But hey, I know you've had one. I'm sorry that you have. I know you've had one. What's yours?
Yeah, tell us down below in the comments
me know
what yours is.
What do you think about these? I want 2 things I want your opinion on. Okay, I want your opinion on the 2.5-month game.
The Spear 2.5-month jailbreak.
What do you think happened there?
How many sessions would you have lasted?
Well, I just want to know if you have any theories to what happened.
I'm telling you, it was a lack of planning.
Do you think?
100%.
Yeah.
Because do you want to know what it tells me? There was a lack of planning when they got Curse of Strahd at the end.
Yeah, and then I want to know what your opinion on the last one is. Like,
why?
To what end?
What's the mentality to do that?
That's what I want to know. Well, that's it.
Thank you so much for being here. www.eldritchpodblast.co.uk. Go and pick up some t-shirts. It supports me and Margaret. Thank you very much to everyone who's picked them up already.
Thank you so much.
Your support is unbelievable. Thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube. It means a lot. If you can support the video by liking, commenting, and ringing the bell, that also helps. Vote for us in the Crit Awards.
Oh my goodness gracious
Vote for us in the Crit Awards. We are now into the final in the Crit Awards. So if you can go and vote for us, we have been nominated for Best New Up-and-Coming Streamer.
Yep.
Which is insane. Thank you very much to everyone who voted for us. If you can go vote for us again, that is awesome. Our Hellbound Etsy store is down below. 10% off with the code Podblast at checkout. Anything else?
No.
I love you.
I love you.
Bully loves you. We've been the Eldritch Podblast, and we're going to see you on Thursday. Bye.